There's an old saying that goes, with friends like these, who needs enemies? We often think that our friends have our backs, but sometimes the most damaging words come from those we trust the most. Have you ever had a friend who says something that just doesn't sit right, but you brush it off, thinking they didn't mean it that way? You're not alone. In today's world, we need to be careful not only about who we trust, but also about what we allow them to say to us. Some words can be more revealing than actions. They can show someone's true intentions, jealousy, or even their lack of loyalty. In this video, we're going to talk about phrases or comments that should raise your red flags immediately. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and watch until the end. Now, let's dive in and uncover the most dangerous things a so-called friend can say to you and why you should never trust someone who says them. 1. I'm just being honest. Honesty is undoubtedly a vital quality in any relationship, but there's a significant difference between being truthful and being outright hurtful. We all value friends who tell us the truth, even when it's difficult to hear. However, when someone repeatedly starts their criticism with, "I'm just being honest," you need to take a step back and evaluate their intentions. Honesty, when used as a weapon, can do more harm than good. Imagine this scenario. Every time you open up about something you're proud of or share a personal achievement, that friend always has something negative to say. Their feedback doesn't feel constructive or encouraging. Instead, it feels like a personal attack. They might disguise it by saying, "I'm just being honest," but deep down, you're left feeling hurt or insecure. This is because they aren't offering genuine advice. They're using honesty as an excuse to put you down. A real friend will tell you the truth when you need to hear it, but they'll do it in a way that builds you up, not tears you apart. They'll point out things you can improve on, but their words will be wrapped in kindness and genuine concern for your well-being. Someone who consistently leaves you feeling worse after a conversation under the guise of honesty isn't looking out for you. They're feeding their own ego. When a friend hides behind the "I'm just being honest" card, it's often a reflection of their own insecurities or need to feel superior. They use their words to diminish your confidence rather than help you grow. If you find yourself repeatedly feeling drained, upset, or doubting yourself after speaking to this person, it's a sign they don't truly care about your well-being. Instead, they care more about their sense of power and control in the friendship. This is a toxic dynamic that you should not overlook. 2. You can trust me, but don't tell anyone else. Trust is the foundation of any solid friendship, and it works both ways, built through mutual respect, loyalty, and a shared sense of responsibility. When someone says, "You can trust me, but don't tell anyone else," they're already treading on dangerous ground. This seemingly innocent phrase is actually a red flag because it signals that this person might not respect boundaries or the confidentiality of others. It's a subtle warning that should not be ignored. Imagine this scenario. A friend shares with you something deeply personal, prefacing it with, "You can trust me, but don't tell anyone else." On the surface, it might seem like they're confiding in you, showing how much they value your relationship. But the question is, if they're willing to disclose someone else's private matters to you, what's stopping them from doing the same with your secrets when you're not around? If they're breaking someone else's trust, they're likely to do the same with yours. True friendship doesn't involve trading secrets like currency. It's built on the understanding that certain things are shared in confidence and that trust must be honored. When someone disregards this by sharing private information, even with the best intentions, it shows a fundamental lack of respect. They might justify it by saying, "I'm only telling you because I trust you." But in reality, they're demonstrating that they can't be trusted to keep anything in confidence. If you hear this phrase, it should set off alarm bells. A real friend understands the importance of keeping your trust intact, not only by holding on to your secret, but by respecting the trust others have placed in them. If someone is willing to break that trust once, there's a good chance they'll do it again. Be cautious of those who use secrets to manipulate or control relationships. It's a sign that their loyalty isn't as strong as you may have thought. 3. I would do it, but. We all have moments when life gets in the way, but when a friend consistently gives excuses instead of showing up when you need them, it's a sign that something deeper is going on. A friend who always says, I would do it, but is subtly revealing where their priorities lie, and unfortunately, they don't seem to include you. At first, their reasons might seem valid. Maybe they're too busy, something urgent came up, or they didn't have time. But over time, if you notice a pattern where they always have an excuse when it comes to helping you or being there for you, you have to start questioning their commitment to the friendship. A true friend doesn't just offer empty promises. They take action, especially in moments when you need them the most. Imagine you're going through a tough time and you reach out to a friend for help. They might respond with, I would love to help, but followed by some excuse. The more this happens, the more you realize that their support is only theoretical. They're willing to talk about helping you, but when it's time to actually show up, there's always a reason why they can't. Words mean little without action. A real friend is someone who stands by your side when it counts, not just when it's convenient for them. If their support exists only in the form of promises, and they never follow through, it's time to ask yourself whether their loyalty is real or just a facade. Sometimes, it's not about grand gestures or huge sacrifices. It's the little things that matter. Being there for you when they say they will, showing up when you need them, or offering a helping hand without making excuses. When a friend keeps saying I would, but time and time again, they're showing you that their friendship is conditional, based on their convenience, not your needs. It's a clear indication that you can't truly rely on them, and that kind of friend may not be worth holding on to. 4. I thought you knew. On the surface, I thought you knew sounds like an innocent statement, but it can often be a subtle way of keeping you in the dark. When friends leave you out of important decisions or plans and then claim they assumed you already knew, it's more than just a misunderstanding. It's often a tactic to exclude you without taking responsibility. This phrase can be a form of manipulation, making you feel like the outsider while they maintain control over the situation. Imagine your friends have made plans, decisions, or discussed something important without you. When you confront them, they brush it off with, "Oh, I thought you knew." It creates a feeling of confusion and exclusion. If this happens repeatedly, it's not just an oversight. It's a sign that they might be deliberately keeping you on the outside. True friends make sure you're included, both in conversations and decisions that matter. If you constantly find yourself the last to know or left out entirely, it's a signal that your friend isn't valuing your place in the group. They might be playing with your emotions, subtly undermining your trust in the friendship. A genuine friend ensures you're in the loop and valued, not left feeling like an afterthought. 5. You're too sensitive. One of the most dismissive and harmful phrases someone can say is, "You're too sensitive." On the surface, it might seem like a casual comment, but it carries much deeper implications. When someone says this, they are essentially invalidating your feelings and experiences, suggesting that your emotions are the problem rather than their behavior. It's a way to make you question yourself, to second-guess your reactions, and to feel like you're overreacting, even when your feelings are completely justified. Imagine sharing something that genuinely upset or hurt you, and instead of listening, your friend responds with, "You're just being too sensitive." This not only shuts down any meaningful conversation, but it also makes you feel like your emotions aren't important. A real friend may not always fully understand what you're going through, but they will still respect your feelings and try to see things from your perspective. They'll give you space to express your emotions, not dismiss them. When someone constantly belittles your emotions, it's not about protecting your friendship. It's about protecting their control over the dynamic. They don't want to take responsibility for their actions or how their words might have hurt you, so they shift the blame onto you instead. This kind of response reveals that they're more interested in maintaining power in the relationship than in offering genuine support. In the long run, a friend who makes you feel like you're too sensitive is subtly telling you that you're too sensitive, is subtly telling you that your feelings don't matter as much as their own. It's a form of emotional manipulation that can erode your confidence and self-worth. True friendship is built on mutual respect, where both people's feelings are acknowledged and valued. If someone continually brushes off your emotions, it's a clear sign that they're not prioritizing your well-being. 6. I'm only saying this because I care. At first glance, this phrase sounds like it's coming from a place of genuine concern, but often it's a prelude to something hurtful. People who use "I'm only saying this because I care" are preparing to deliver criticism or negative comments, masking their real intentions with a facade of care. While it's normal for friends to offer advice or constructive feedback, it becomes problematic when this phrase is used to justify putting you down. Imagine a friend who constantly criticizes your choices, your appearance, or your lifestyle, always following it up with "I'm just saying this because I care." The problem with this is that it blurs the line between concern and manipulation. Instead of lifting you up, they're using this phrase as a way to mask their hurtful remarks, making it seem like they're acting out of love or care, when, in reality, their words are bringing you down. True care comes with encouragement, support, and a desire to see you grow. It doesn't come with constant negativity or attempts to make you feel bad about yourself. If someone repeatedly brings you down under the guise of caring, you need to evaluate whether their intentions are sincere. A real friend will offer advice in a way that helps you, not in a way that leaves you feeling worse. When this phrase is overused, it's often a form of manipulation. They want you to accept their criticism without question because they're caring. But in reality, they're trying to maintain control or superiority in the relationship. If their so-called concern is consistently wrapped in negativity, it's a clear sign that they're not truly looking out for you. They're just trying to justify their harsh words. As we conclude, remember that the people we surround ourselves with can either lift us up or drag us down. Words have immense power, and the things your friends say reveal more than just their opinions. They expose their true intentions, their feelings toward you, and their loyalty. Pay close attention to the words that make you uncomfortable, the promises that are never kept, and the excuses that always follow. Trust isn't just about actions. It's also about the words people choose. Be vigilant and choose your friends wisely. A real friend is someone who watches their words because they genuinely value your heart. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights. Also, leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts or share your experiences with friendships like these.